What up, though? Good evening and welcome to yet another live episode. We live episode of Notoriously Opinionated. It's your man that goes by many names and monikers. Call me Scrap the Film Guru. What's happening? What's up? What it do? Um, it seems like it's been a long time, and I shouldn't have left you, without a dope show to step to. So here we go, and we are back live. And I have a feeling that you are really gonna appreciate and love this show tonight. Um, but before we get started, uh, I have to talk about. Uh, I gotta talk about a trip that I had. Right. Uh, Took a little trip. Tulsa, Oklahoma, down to Black Wall Street. Um, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you because I need everybody's head to like blow off like mine did. All right, so I'm gonna get to it quick because we got a really good show, and I really need to get to this because I need to get this out of my system. I've been holding this in for some days, right? Okay, go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I got people in Oklahoma. I got people in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Claremore, Muskogee. I got people down there. But I ain't been to Oklahoma since I was like 10, right? And so going there as an adult was a whole different experience, you know. Um, so I get there and I gotta see Black Wall Street. Like hands down, it's not even a game. Like Black Wall Street, here we go, you know. So get to Black Wall Street, talk to a brother down there named Ua, who was super super knowledgeable about Tulsa, the bombing, Black Wall Street, the the district, right? Um, and I learned a lot. It was one thing that I learned that I'm never gonna forget, and it's just a trip because these are things that I always wanted to know, and things that I finally was able to ascertain and then some, right? First of all, who has heard of the Gap Band? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've heard of the Gap Band. The Gap Band. Why you wanna hurt? That Gap Band, you know. So I have always, like my whole life, okay, not my whole life, but at least my adult life, since I was at least a teenager and was listening to the Gap Band, I wanted to know what the G, the A, the P meant. Never knew, right? Go down to Tulsa, Oklahoma. First off, I did not know that the Gap Band was from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Did not know. Had no clue. Uh, the Gap Band, for those of you who do not know, originally were the Greenwood, Archer, and Pine Band, right? Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. Now, Greenwood is the district where Black Wall Street was, right? And that is where the United States decided that it was going to be cool for the Greenwood district to be the first place where a bombing happened, where the military attacked its own citizens on U.S. soil. That happened in the Greenwood district because they was pissed off because it was just too many damn black millionaires in this area, and according to the brother, there was people from coasts that was coming and borrowing money from these brothers, and they were financing the coasts, and they didn't like that. um there's an extended story that's gonna come later. I'm not gonna tell you the whole story, but I'm gonna tell you the first two things that blew my mind. First off, didn't know the Gap Band was from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Second off, didn't know that the GAP stood for Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. Greenwood is the district. Archer and Pine are two streets that are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right in the Greenwood district. Uh, and then they was like, yeah, the song that they got, You dropped the bomb on me. They didn't even have to finish the damn sentence. I had already went there. Like I'm light years ahead now. I'm like, oh my god, you dropped the bomb. They said, watch the video again. When you watch something and you're not aware of what it is that you're watching, you don't get the full, you don't get the fullness of what it is that you're watching, right? They said, watch it again. You dropped the bomb on me. Watch what they got on. They got on fatigues. It's telling a whole different story. Tulsa, Oklahoma got bombed. You dropped the bomb on me. Gap man. Come on in. Come on in. So anyway, that's just some of it. That's just some of my Tulsa experience. I'm gonna hit you with. I'm gonna have to pre-record that one because I'm gonna have to release that. But I'm going back and doing a whole documentary about it. So stay tuned. But we got a great show for you tonight. On Notoriously Opinionated, and it is going to involve a tad bit of wine. It's gonna involve a tad bit of wine. I don't know if I'm gonna be drinking any of it, but it's gonna involve it, and we're gonna try to keep it center mass so it doesn't fall. All right, but we got a great show for you tonight. Stay tuned in. Notoriously Opinionated. It's your man, Scrap the Film Guru. Let's go. Yeah. We are pleased to have yet again a fan favorite, uh, the wine goddess.
Hi.
How
Oh
are
my
you
gosh.
doing?
So good. Thank you so much for having me back.
Hey, you know you a fan favorite, right? Like everybody's been like,
Ah.
hey, why you when you gonna have them two girls on again?
Shout out to Monty. Love you.
Yes.
It was a fun time
Appreciate.
last time.
Oh man, hey.
We had a
So
good time.
every time you come on, it tends to be a good time. Uh, so hopefully we got some more of the guests is gonna fall through. One of my little partners is supposed to pull up. One of my homeboys is supposed to pull up. So yeah,
Bet, bet.
it should be a good time. It should be some good things going on. So what's going on with you? Let me know what since the last time you've been on the show. What's been cracking?
Oh man, right now I'm in school. That's really what's going on. I mean, I was going to be doing a little project. There was like some rumblings about it, but I really am
There was
focused
rumblings.
on,
There
yes,
was
there were
rumblings.
rumblings. But right now I'm really just focused on getting my master's. Like that's really focus, like my main focus right now, because it's leading to other things that I'm trying to do with my business
Mhm.
and things like that. I help small businesses and content creators build their brands on social media because, of course, people know me as the wine goddess because not only, I do so many things, and that's really how the wine goddess came about is because, I don't feel like you should tell someone the box that they should fit in, right? Like I'm a mom,
Right.
model, I'm an actress, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a student, and I also love wine and I love to drink wine with my friends, especially Scrap, because we drink LVE.
Got
I'm
the
gonna get you to
LVE
start loving it.
popping.
I'm telling you, do you have your cheese? Do you have your You're pairing. See, here you go. What's the word? See, I gave you homework. I said, listen, y'all, let me tell you something. We had a conversation prior
A
to
whole conversation.
I said you guys to go get the food because it's an important part of the tasting. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. However, you cannot really judge it properly without doing this. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Especially if you really want to start getting into wine. I'm just saying.
And I'm gonna give it to you. You
Okay.
did
All
tell
right.
me.
Thank you.
You
Thank
did
you.
you. So let it be known, let it be said that the wine goddess did tell me that, hey, it needs to be savored with food. You're not gonna get the full experience without, the accompaniment.
Oh, now see now,
Like,
hold on now, because I didn't just say that. I said, what's in your
I'm
fridge?
trying to
We can
minimize.
figure it out together.
I'm trying. I'm, tr- I'm trying to minimize. I'm trying to minimize what was
No, no,
said.
no,
It
no, no,
was
no,
it
no,
was
no.
a lot that was said.
No, 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 no. Because you're not finna do this. You're not finna be like, oh, no, because see, she wanted me to get some Gruyere or something special. No, I said we could do fruit. We could do, what did I say? I
That's
said
true.
American cheddar, right? Or white cheddar. I
And
said white cheddar.
all right. So if we keep it all the way, honey, you was talking about you wanted me to cook some chicken Alfredo. I'm like, hold up.
Well, okay. See, I did say
So
that.
yeah,
But this was earlier in
yeah.
the day where I feel like you could have probably, but it's okay. That's why I said it's fine. We don't have
That's what I'm saying. And then we went from the chicken Alfredo to the cheese, and then that's when the fruit came
to.
in, and I was
Mhm.
like, I think I'm gonna stick with the cheese and the fruit.
Okay. And so then what happened?
I came in and started working on the show and didn't do none of it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. Next time. That's okay. We're still you're still gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna show you how. Okay.
Okay.
And maybe I know you got a little salt in your cabinet.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
So all you need to do is just a little pinch of salt. This will help.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
like how you take what you call it shots, right? This is why I really love white wine too, and why I'm actually glad you picked this because this is my vodka right here, or tequila, or whatever you want to do. If you like margaritas and things, this is
to
this is how you
tequila,
do this.
to tequila.
Okay, there you go. See, look at the universe. You see what the universe did? Because even before this, y'all, he was supposed to do it, the bubbles, but it's fine because you like tequila, and that is similar to white wine. And why you need a little
I ain't
salt?
gonna, I ain't gonna say anything about the bowls.
We're not going to talk about the bubbles because you didn't even do what you're supposed to do. So,
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give it to you. We're not gonna talk about the bubbles. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna find some cheese. Give me some Gouda, some. I'm.
see,
I
see,
walked into some shit.
see.
You
Thank
walked
you.
into something, homie.
Wait, no,
Hey,
actually, you walked in at the perfect time because at this point,
Yeah,
he's on
yeah.
bull. He's on bull.
hey.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh,
Do you
all
like
right.
wine?
It's all
Do you
good.
like wine bugs?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, see, because you know what to do. What kind of
Yeah,
wine you like?
yeah. I got a lady. You know what I mean. So she messes with the Moscato. You know what I mean. She likes the
Okay.
Moscato.
See,
Yeah,
she knows
yeah.
what to do.
No
Hey,
doubt.
y'all ain't about to make me out to be the
No,
uncultured one on my show.
Hey,
because
man, we
black
all
folk, we
individuals.
know what we're heading in the direction of civilization.
There
Okay.
you
Oh
go.
my god.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's all good, my guy. What's happening?
What's good, homie? Hey, tell the people who you are, what you do, what you got going on, and how you know scrap well, we ain't going to
Man, I'm just a I'm just a strong black man that's out here trying to make it and survive. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of my business, taking care of home, handling my business, you know what I mean, and trying to do better. Seeking for
that. Dig that.
elevation. You did, you know? Yeah,
Dig that.
yeah.
I love this. Yes.
It's short and simple.
Amen.
So, hey, what's up, Big Swapper? Hey, bro, is a dedicated watcher of Notoriously Opinionated. What it do? I got to get bro on here too, man. You need to
Yeah.
send me your info, man. You got a lot of information, a lot of notorious opinions. I need the people to hear and
Okay.
decipher, right?
Okay.
But yeah, so tonight's show is what, like, normally there's a legitimate, like, topic. There's a
Right.
legitimate topic normally on Notoriously Opinionated. Not tonight. Tonight I wanted to have some fun.
Okay.
I'm about to shock y'all. We about to do
Uh-oh.
some shock and all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's shock and
Let's
all
go.
night. You know, so it's going to be a grab bag. Well, it's not necessarily a grab bag. What it is? I got a list of topics that's going to span between 3 or 4 different subjects. Right.
Okay.
The subjects are politics, local and national, uh, pop culture, the uh, the influence of the hip hop culture on urban youth, and the generational gap, right? The generational gap,
You
right?
gotta tap
So,
in on that one because that's huge.
hey, hey, man. So I'm gonna tell you
That's huge.
that's a bigger one than people really want to
Yeah.
admit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know we talk about it at my gig almost every day. You know,
Right.
we talk about it at the gig almost every day. So you know what? Let's tap into that. Let's go ahead and jump in. Uh, Generational gap. So from baby boomers to Gen Z. No, yeah, from baby boomers to Gen Z. We ain't gonna get into alpha and beta. Beta just started. First off, how in the hell are the generations getting so short? Like, it used to be a time to where a generation was like 30 years. Now a generation is like tomorrow. Like, today is one generation. Tomorrow is gonna start another generation, and a week from then is gonna be another generation. Like, why does it seem like the generations is getting so doggone short from, like, it's
I don't
crazy.
know. I don't. I mean, I'm not. Can't just give you a definite. You know what I mean? I can just give you my perception. You know what I mean? And I think it's a lot of. It has a lot to do with drugs. You know what I mean? A lot
Mm,
of us are dying off. You know what I mean? A lot of starting from the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. You know what I mean? We lost a lot of people to drugs. You know what I mean? Incarceration. You know what I mean? It was a gang of shit that is just it's all type of components. You know what I mean? When you lock into that
mm,
issue, you know, so that kind of, you know, it was just heavy. You know what I mean? It's still to this day. Now we're dealing with fentanyl. You know what I mean? So it's
mm,
just a lot. I think it's drugs, man. A lot of it's drugs. You know what I mean? That really comprises as far as the violence. You know what I mean? You got cats on drugs. Niggas is high as hell. I can cuss on there. I can cuss on here. I can be myself.
yeah, you can cuss on here, homie. Hey,
Okay, okay,
this show is
okay,
notoriously opinionated. Of course, you can cuss.
okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? I
Yeah, we
think it's
working.
just a gang of components, man. And a lot of it got to do with the drugs, man. We go too
Nah,
hard.
you good. I'm gonna hit you in a sec. One. Go ahead, homie.
What the sister think?
That is the wine goddess.
Yeah, wine goddess, blessings.
Nice. Yes, yes. Good to meet you too.
Yeah,
I don't really know. I think things move so fast now. You know, kids are thinking so fast now. I think it's probably a combination of things where it's like the things that they have access to on top of the things that are probably pumped into the food
true,
on
true,
top of,
true.
just I feel like it's probably just so many reasons. I was really trying to understand like what you mean, like in terms of like the generations are getting shorter. But
Yeah,
I think I know what you mean, and like, even kids having, but then I don't know, because like I saw the other day, right, where there's like a article about there are more women over 40 that have kids than 16 and under, which it was flipped for a
true.
little while, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe we're in the process of maybe unlearning some things. Maybe
Okay.
we're
That
starting to
makes sense.
see, the effects of everything, has just gotten out of control.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a lot of that comes with accountability. You know what I mean? Because a lot of, you know what I mean, my generation, Generation X, you know what I mean, we play the same game, you know what I mean, that our elders did to us. Oh, they ain't shit. That generation is just you know what I'm saying? And now we following, well, not me, but some of us following that same pattern. You know what I mean? All these young niggas, or all these, you know what I mean? They doing this, they doing that, they doing this, but we was doing the same shit. You know what I mean? We was just a different
We
time.
was
We was doing the
better
same
though.
shit. Huh?
We was
We was better?
way better. No, I
You
heard
think
something that said
so?
we were mischievous. We weren't bad.
No, I was bad.
Ah!
Yeah, yeah, I ain't
I
gonna
can't.
cap.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I was bad.
You know what I mean?
I ain't
Yeah,
even
I
go.
ain't gonna cap.
I
You know
ain't
what I
even
mean? It
go.
was bad.
No,
Nah.
you
I
guys.
can't. I
It was
can't. I
bad.
can't even do it.
Yeah, it
I
was
can't even
bad.
do it.
It was bad.
Mm.
So I gotta get. I gotta get my
We
my.
had morals though.
See,
So
that's
we
part
about
We
of
to
had
it.
get into
morals.
that. Oh, I
Yeah.
promise we about to get into that. Let me get. Let me
Okay.
get my young. Let me get my youngin on here.
That's what's
Uh,
up.
Vashawn. Boy, if you don't turn on your mic. See, this is what I'm saying about you, Gen Zers. This is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
we all pause. We all pause.
Damn. Okay, so what time frame is Gen Z?
All right, so I'm about to hit you with it. All right, so hold on. Hold on. No. All right. So these are the generations. So baby boomers
Okay.
go from 1946 to 1964. That's what, 18 years. Then you got
That's my
Gen
mom.
X going from 1965 to 1980. That's 15 years.
Gen
Mm-hmm.
X?
Then you got
Mm-hmm.
millennials that are 1981 to 1986, right?
Right.
Then
Okay,
you
hell
got
no.
Gen Z that's 1997 to 2012.
Wait a minute.
Then you got Alpha and Beta. Then you got Generation Alpha started in 1913 and went till 2000 I'm sorry, 2013 to 2024, right? That's 11 years. So
Okay.
we went from 18 to 15 to 15 to 15 again, then down to 11, and now this year starts the first year of Generation Beta, so it's 2025
Beta.
until Generation Beta,
So
Okay.
what
2025 to 2000.
determines the generation?
The
What
years you were
or
born
who?
in
I don't
between.
Well, I'm
know.
saying like what determines how you lock in like what year to year? Because if you're
Yeah,
going from
so
15 to 11, what determines
well, I don't know. I don't know why the generations are getting so short.
that? Okay.
That was my question.
I
Like,
see.
why are the generations getting
Why are
shorter
they doing
from
it?
baby boomers
It's weird.
to Gen X
I don't
to
understand.
Gen Z to Alpha and Beta? Now a generation is
Mhm.
11 years. Pretty
Mhm.
soon we're gonna be starting generations week after week.
Right.
Maybe it's
Right.
because again, things are just they're just shit so fast now, man. Shit so
It
fast.
is.
Even from back
Yeah,
then, right? Even the microwave, like that
it's
shit
true.
sparked the whole fucking revolution. Now we got
Right.
even shorter.
Yeah.
Right.
Technology is moving fast.
Yeah.
Everything is moving fast. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Everybody is on it now. You know what I mean? Because
So
you
I'm
got
gonna
access to all type of shit.
I'm gonna say this: technology is moving fast to us, but this little cat in the lower corner, it might not be moving fast to him because he literally
He lives
grew
it.
up in it.
Not because he
You know what
lives
I'm saying?
it.
Like
Yeah.
like like me and the homie, we grew up having to, we had to get indoctrinated to all this. He grew up in it. So
Okay.
what might be calculus to us is basic math to him, you know.
Right.
So young Trey Boogie, I
Yeah,
need you to
man.
you
First,
the one put that in your
first, I want to apologize. I want to apologize because I don't know what's going on with my PC. My cameras is just not working. I couldn't. I muted. I was speaking. Y'all couldn't hear me. Y'all couldn't see me. So
Okay.
I decided to get on the phone. So it is what
It's
it is.
all good.
We made it
it's
work.
it's all good. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
picture,
yeah.
you know. We can see you. So introduce yourself. Tell the people what generation you in here represent.
How y'all doing? My name's Vashawn, aka Trey Boogie, to the whole gaming world. Um, I'm a 22-year-old aspiring gamer. Uh, Basically, I guess what that sort of means is I want to be like a streamer on Twitch. I want to post my videos on YouTube, be like a content creator. Me and my homies, we got a
Okay.
podcast going on. We want to do like a sports podcast and just,
Okay.
entertain people pretty much. Right now, side hustle, I'm making my bread at the airport right now, working on the ramp. Um, Other than that, do a little bit of umpiring for baseball. Baseball has sort of been my life growing up since I was like knee high to a grasshopper. So
Okay.
yeah, my whole life
Okay.
has been baseball, sports, and making content, I guess.
Hey man,
Okay.
that's my little
Well,
guy, man.
blessings to you, young king.
Appreciate
Hey,
it, man.
How
Appreciate it.
many
here's the thing
followers
though.
you got
How many what?
on Twitch? How many followers you got on Twitch?
Shoot, about 05?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a start. That's a
Okay.
start.
05?
How often
Okay.
are you
Right
streaming?
now. I started I got 15 actually. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I have 15 followers and I started streaming a year ago. I want to say last summer
Okay.
when I really got
see,
into it.
here's the thing. The last thing you should have got to talking about was want to be a content creator in front of the wine goddess. Like she live with a like. So here's what you need to do. What you need to do
We'll
No,
is
talk.
please
We'll
don't.
talk off
Please let me
mic.
know.
We'll talk
Like,
off mic.
if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know because I'm trying to get I want to get up there.
I got you. Don't worry.
Mhm.
I
I
feel like
see
We all
now.
students.
you know.
This is
We all
exactly what
students.
I'm talking about, though. This is exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So Rashawn is Gen Z, right? When you ask a lot of Gen Zers, even what is it? Yeah, well, nah, not Alpha. I really, but even Alpha and Gen Z is like this. Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a content creator. That's unheard
It's
of.
amazing. It's so amazing.
But
That
that's
is,
actually the new play. That's the new play. You was just talking
Amazing.
about it, Scrap.
yeah.
That's that
Just
everything's
Yep.
moving fast now, homie.
a
That's
big
the new play
avenue.
right now. Content
But think
creators, that's
about
the
it.
bread.
But think about and herein lies the generational gap, right? Herein
Okay.
lies the generational gap because it's like you got baby boomers and even
Mhm.
some Gen Xers that'll be like they lazy as fuck, right?
Yeah.
They lazy as hell. What you mean you want to be a content creator? What you mean you just want to sit around all day and make videos and look at yourself on TV? Yeah, that's exactly what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
What you
actually,
mean you want to? So what do you want to do with your
actually.
life? I want to be a gamer. What?
First of all, not only are you a gamer, you are a film director. You are a creative
Right. Right.
management
Talk to him.
team. You are an editor.
Talk to him.
You like
Talk
you
to
are
him.
Right.
so many things, and that is why I think there's a gap. You, oh my gosh, you said it.
Yep.
You said it. So he is thrust into this life. This is his life all around him, no matter what he does. you were thrust into a life. There was nothing that you could do, right? Until you truly, completely invest yourself, which I think that's really where what the problem with the gap is people don't want to be early adopters because they don't want to waste their time, because they know that young folk make mistakes and it takes them a
We
long
all do.
time to get to the place where they understand. However, because he's young, he has that ability to make that mistake and learn all of those different traits. Because again, it really isn't just you're sitting, it can look like that. It can definitely look like, oh my God, like Corey Kenshin. My son loves Corey Kenshin. His videos are crazy. And I'm like, he edits his videos. Videos like, yeah. I'm like, I cannot do that. And I fucking edit for an hour. And I like, honestly, if there were 8 gazillion hours in a day, I would be an editor. But there's not enough time for me to do it. So anyway, I say all that to say being a content creator is just so much more than what meets the eye.
It's the future.
And we have to
It's
be
the
early
future.
adopters. We cannot get stuck in the mindset that shit is not going to change, because that's why for me, it's like, bitch, we never thought this was possible. Are you fucking serious? You
For
know,
real.
Yeah.
it's a lot of work still. I mean, again, there's so many
Yeah.
unknowns, but
Yeah.
it's really inspiring.
Now,
Yeah.
now, how do you think each generation has adapted to the technological advances that pretty much come natural nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like the technological advances is crazy, you know. But like, how do you feel like each generation is adapting to all these technological advances?
You asking me or who?
I'm
Let,
asking
let Trey
whoever want to
answer.
answer.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I think it's more of an individual thing because I know like a lot of
There
older
you
people
go.
that are way more versed in technology than I am, and then I'll talk to people like my dad, and I'm helping them how to get into a bracket for
Right.
March Madness. So I mean, it's really
Yeah.
about an individual. I think for the most part, though, I guess I would say a lot of older people would be like, I mean, since technology came within their era, they didn't grow up with it. They had to like, they were the ones that
Adapt to it.
uh, pretty much made it and then had to adapt to it. Exactly. And we were just like sort of born into it. So like, I mean, I'm sure y'all can never even like fathom having your phone out and your computer out in school. Everybody's on their screens and stuff like that. Y'all had pen papers. Like I think the
Yeah.
last time I
Yeah, it's
even wrote
crazy.
down with a pen and paper in school was probably like in the 8th grade.
All
Yeah,
right.
we had to
So
sharpen pencils and all
when
that shit.
and
Yeah.
while that's cute, why that's
Right. You
cute.
know what I mean?
Uh,
Yeah.
hey, that's
Shoot.
That
cute. But
part.
can you imagine? Can you imagine TV going off?
So what?
Can you imagine TV going off?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
That's crazy. Hey,
like can you
Oh,
y'all was
imagine
watching
you
sports
mean when
games
Mad
like
TV
shit came on?
going
Yeah.
off?
Yeah.
Like there was a time
Right.
that TV went off.
See, now I
Two
wasn't there. I
o'clock.
wasn't live then,
It's
but
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
it was a certain point. But then Comedy Central became a thing
Yeah.
now, and it would be like it's lit at 2 in the morning.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
there was a
split
That
time
up.
when
part.
I'll
That's
have
what kept
hey
it
streams and
going.
last
stuff like that.
there was a time
That's
where
what
the
kept it
last thing you
going.
saw was the American flag. Hey, you knew as a kid you saw that
Right.
American flag.
Right. And
Uh,
the TV screen
That
go
too.
blank. It's
Shoot,
a wrap.
that too.
and it's a
Every
wrap.
day.
That mug went
Lay
black,
down somewhere.
and it
Lay
wasn't
down.
nothing coming on till like six
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Easy.
Read a book. Take your ass to sleep.
Take your ass to bed,
Read a
cause
book.
it ain't nothing coming on that box. I don't care. I don't care how many.
Real life.
I don't care how
Real
many
life.
channels you flip through. It's gonna be
Hilarious.
black, 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 black.
Right.
Hey,
You know.
and in my
Yeah.
generation, if your parents told you to go read a book, that means you're in trouble. You did something bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the only
Right.
time I was ever made to read a book, either in school or I got in trouble when I did something bad. They put it in my screen.
That's crazy.
That's what's up.
That's real.
Man, let me do some house cleaning real quick. I gotta give some shout outs, man. Shout out to the homie Locky, man. Uh, Shout out to Big Swafford. Uh, Shout out to the homie Lionel Sanders. What's happening? What it do? And he was saying so a little while ago. He was saying that one of his
Locky
answers
on there.
who?
Locky.
Yeah, that's Locky. He was like,
Yeah. What's
Locky was like,
good?
man, he said he just now realized that was you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still at it, man.
Hey, that's Big Rock. Hey, bro said it went off
Okay.
every night after Benny Hill.
Right.
Hey,
And Mash.
I don't have a solitary single clue who Benny Hill is.
Not
What
at
You
is
all.
don't
that
have
she
a
got?
clue.
I never heard that name before in my life.
I know.
Okay. I was
Juan
tripping on
got it.
that bottle.
Juan got it. Have you ever heard of Benny Hill?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's just us extras. It's just us extras that know who Benny Hill is.
Benny Hill. Wait, sing a song. I bet y'all know the song.
Yeah. So let's just
That's
stop right
difficult.
there.
Oh.
Let's just.
Not a
Don't do it, scrap.
Stop.
Scrap, don't do it, homie. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Benny Hill was
It's not gonna work.
Benny Hill was a TV show back in the umpteen
Late
years.
80s.
Yeah. All right. Let's
But
hop
you know
on
what?
something else.
Don't do that because like I liked the different strokes. I liked Good Times. I liked
Okay.
what?
Them is classics. Them
You
is
know what I'm
classics.
saying? Back.
I mean, that's cute. That's cute. You know
So
what I'm
don't do
saying?
that. That's all I'm saying. Don't
Benny
do
Hill
that.
was a perverted. Benny Hill was a perverted white dude that used to chase around females and shit. You know what I mean? It was weird. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? We was kids and shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, don't do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, Benny
Yeah, it
Hill.
was.
Benny Hill was
You
like
feel me?
Benny Hill was a English show. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
United States didn't have a lot of late night entertainment,
Their
so they
humor is
had to
different.
bring stuff from England.
yeah. It was some
Yeah,
weird
their
shit.
humor is different.
It was weird. It was weird as hell. We was kids. We didn't know nothing. We didn't know no better.
Hey, it be like that though, especially from over there.
That's that gap. That's
Yeah.
the gap.
All
We had
right.
our shows. We had our shows.
So I'm gonna hit two more things on this generational thing, and then we gonna shift. Is Gen Z lazy or they different?
I'm being honest.
I ain't gonna.
If
Don't
I'm
everybody answer
speaking
at the same time. Is Gen Z lazy
if
or
I'm
are they
speaking
just
for the
different?
majority of Gen Z, I would say yes. Most Gen Zers are lazy, but a lot of it is just a misunderstanding because, like we were talking about before, like streaming and gaming and just sitting in the chair and making money. We've Previous generations have made it so easy for us to make money that older generations look at us and are like, they're lazy, they're not doing anything. They don't go outside, they don't touch grass, they don't do this, that, and the third, they don't get a real job.
Don't
But
do it.
really,
Don't do it. Why got it?
really, it's y'all who make
No, because the brother is preaching.
bread.
Because the brother is preaching.
Like,
Lord
Man.
Jesus.
if y'all gonna put out this huge platform like Twitch, y'all gonna make YouTube a thing, y'all gonna make even OnlyFans a thing. Young people didn't invent that. Gen Zers didn't invent OnlyFans. Y'all invented OnlyFans. We took advantage of it. We took that mug to the moon. So how you gonna get mad at us for taking advantage of your invention
I
from
don't be
your
mad at it.
generation?
I do not
And
be
now
mad
we
at it.
making
I
the
be
bread
mad
off.
at the motherfuckers that don't. That's who
There
I
you
get
go.
mad at.
There you go.
Yeah.
I do not get mad
Okay.
at y'all who actually want to figure it out. I get mad at the people who don't and who sit there and make excuses all day and be like, well, I want to be a Twitch streamer. Shut the fuck up. You want to make excuses because there's no reason
People,
why ain't nobody making money.
I think
It's
people
not.
also see it they see it as easy money.
Yeah, I congratulate it.
They'll watch a video and they'll watch a stream and be like, all they're doing is sitting in front of the camera and talking, and they don't realize everything that's going on. Shoot, they don't realize everything that's going on in the background, and like everything that goes into making videos, and all the time and effort that gets put into it. So
And this is what used to irritate me, right? Sitting around and watching or observing rather Gen Zers watch other people do shit. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So you gonna sit there and spend hours watching someone else play a game that
You
you
did the same
like.
thing. You did the same thing. We watched music videos over and over and over again.
it's crazy. They get paid for that too. Reaction videos. If your reactions are entertaining, people will sit there and watch you for hours.
It's just
That
replay.
Right.
is the
It's just a
craziest
redo.
thing in the world to me.
Hey,
That's true.
and they will sit there watch a reaction to a reaction to a reaction to a reaction.
Because you can
They
do
don't have
that.
any
You
views.
can do that.
Yeah.
You can do. I remember when TikTok first
As
came
long as
on.
you entertaining.
If you know how to entertain, no,
Oh,
that's
no.
real, bro. If you know how to entertain people, if you know how to be funny, if you know how to be like interactive with a virtual world, there are a lot of avenues that can open up for you.
You can win.
I mean,
Oh, well.
it ain't even a lot of avenues that they can open up for you. It opens all the avenues up for you. It opens them
Right.
all up because that's
Okay.
where
Right.
everybody is. And then this
All right. I'm gonna get off of the Gen Zers. Um right after I say this. What divide exists?
Go ahead.
You
What
silly.
divides exist over social media use? And I'm gonna kick it off like this. So a couple years ago, I went to Chicago, right?
Okay.
Chicago is not the place where you want to be looking at your phone while you crossing the street, right?
No
Like
doubt.
head on a swivel. Head on the swivel. You're like you need to stay like that, head on the swivel when you are at an intersection in Chicago because they don't care about your life in when they are behind the wheel of a car. They
Hmm.
will run you over. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like you need to be paying attention to where the hell you going. You cannot have your face in a phone. That does not happen in Chicago. In Kansas City, however, like it's like if a face is not in a screen, it's almost like there's a problem there. It goes from a computer screen to a phone screen to a TV screen to a tablet screen, and I think older generations have an issue with what happens with younger generations and social media. So go into how you feel about that generational divide when it comes to social media.
I mean, I I can someone see where they're coming from. Like social media is a dangerous place. Like that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Uh, I don't know if it's necessarily a problem for a majority of the people, because I know like people that will scroll on Instagram for 3-4 hours out of their day because they ain't got nothing going on. That to me is crazy. I'm not deep on social media like that, but I make a lot of content, or at least try to make a lot of content, and
Uh-uh.
Are you,
Say it again.
let me can I ask a question? Can I ask a
Go
question?
ahead.
Are you trying to say like it's a distraction? You know what I mean? People are so consumed with
it
social
can be.
media, you dig, you know what I'm saying? And you about your daily business, you doing what you're doing, and you ain't
Yeah.
really paying attention. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. You could get knocked off, you can get in an accident, you know what I'm saying? But you're so
It,
consumed with what's happening with that's what you mean?
but not even that. Like
Absolutely
social media
consumed.
will
Like
bend
Okay.
you to where
Okay.
you're not
be
even
at
going
your
about.
job, bro. There's people that be about to lose their job because of social media. Like
Yeah.
Right,
you
right, right,
you
right, right.
can't have a service job, you know what I'm saying, where you doing customer service and be addicted to social media because you like
Right.
this person been standing there and you don't even realize that they've been standing there for like 5 minutes looking at you. Like, are
Okay.
you ever gonna take my order? Like,
Right.
uh,
I was honestly, I wasn't even gonna go there. I was just gonna go like to where if you on social media, let's say you wake up, first thing you do, you check in Instagram. You scroll on Instagram for, let's just say, an hour. Most people do it for two. A lot of people do it for 3 hours. But let's just say it's an hour. That's an hour of your day completely gone. You do that every day for
Bro.
your entire life.
gone or
What could
wasted?
you done in that? Like,
Gone or wasted?
I mean, there's some positive things that you could, you know, come across your For You page that'll inspire you to do something that'll make you want to be like, yeah, that's something I can do. But for the most part, that's not really what we're
Okay.
seeing on social media. It's like most of it is just entertainment. So, I mean, the way I use social media for news, sports news, to keep up with the current events, make sure I know what I'm talking about when I'm making my content. So, I mean, it can be
Okay,
used
Right.
in different ways, but there are a lot of people that will abuse social media.
Juan Goddess.
Why you gotta put me on the spot? No,
Cause
no,
hey, you're making a whole lot of faces up there. You're making a whole lot of faces.
no, because it's like, I mean, we all have to have a healthy balance. We all have to have a healthy balance of things. But I do think that if you want to be a streamer or a gamer or any, a content creator, whatever the case may be, your life is going to be spent scrolling, engaging, commenting, um, on top of everything else. But I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, that's how you build an audience.
Right.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
True. That's real
I
shit.
hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know everybody wish that you could just wave a magic wand or you could pay somebody. People do that. People do that. People pay people and they get followers and all the things, but it never ends up lasting. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, the people that truly engage with you because you engage with them.
That's true.
And it takes a lot of time to do that. Again, my boy down here just smart, just 22 and just head on straight.
Yeah.
Because you do,
Yeah.
I'm glad that he has a healthy boundary in terms of what serves him for where he's at right now. But
Yeah.
again, as you grow, and maybe you end up hiring somebody to do it for you. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that
Right.
just
Right.
is the opportunities that are presented right now. So
Okay.
it's a healthy balance. I do think that it's toxic as fuck though as well. You do have to be careful.
It's balance.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
balance.
All right, so let's shift topics. Let's shift to hip hop. How about that?
Love
How
hip hop.
about we shift to hip hop? All right, and for real, I'm gonna get right into it because like I've had this conversation a few times, and uh and I'm gonna get the homie on the show again when I do the all like hip hop artist episode of Notoriously Opinionated because we got and we're gonna do a deep dive and it's just gonna be about hip hop. But um we both come from the culture of violence in hip hop lyrics, right? So my first question in regards to hip hop is does and if it does violent content impact the thinking and behavior of the youth today?
Of course.
100%.
Of
Absolutely.
course.
You hey, y'all know what YNs are.
Yeah.
Running around here
Yeah. Of
rampant.
course.
like,
Yeah.
like, come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's real
Running
tough.
around rampant. Doing
Yeah.
dumb stuff. And
Yeah.
Now,
Do we think that that's hip hop's fault though? I cannot blame that on hip hop. I just refuse
It ain't hip hop's fault. It's the
because
artist. It's not even the artist. It's not even the artist. Let's just be 100. It ain't even the artist. It's the people that put out the music. It's the people that are distributing the music. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna put out real content. If you could be an artist and you could really have a positive vibe, but if that ain't what they want you to put out, you know what I mean? They gonna put out what they want, and that's violence. You know what I mean? Especially back in our time. You know what I mean? It was violence. You know what I mean? You could, you know, a Lauryn Hill. They look how they did Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill was on some spiritual healing, like some real shit, and they shut her down. Any artist that was really trying to just kind of like plant positive seeds in our people, they shut them down. You know what I mean? But it was cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, we rolling down the block, we killing motherfuckers, and woo 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 woo. You know what I mean? That's what was happening. That's what we had to listen to. So it was forced on us. You know what I mean? But it was up to them. All that shit is rigged.
shit is just
It's rigged like
changed
that.
too
It
now
ain't hip
because
hop's
hip hop
fault.
is not the same as it was back then. Back
No, it's
then,
not.
if you was a snitch, bitch, we're not about to listen. We're not about
Right.
to
not at
listen.
all. Not at
Right.
all.
The fuck?
You
We
know.
You
about
ain't
to
finna,
get
you
the,
ain't finna do no concerts.
we not
You ain't
going.
doing none of that.
What?
Yeah. And if you do pull up, we grabbing you off the stage.
And
You
it
know
was
what I
Exactly.
just,
mean?
and
You're not
again,
performing.
it was more just about. I mean, there you had your nigga them happening, but it was more
Mm-hmm.
about uplifting than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Now,
It was a balance. It was even a balance back then, though.
Yeah.
Real talk,
There's no
sis. It was a
balance now.
balance.
You can't go to the
None.
club. I swear to God, this is why I don't go out. Because it is not the same. You used to be able to go to the club and grind and have a good time, be dancing, be sweating, you sweat
Right.
your whole hair out.
Right.
Nothing is
Right.
like it's not like that no more at all. And I feel so sorry for you, young man, because you will never know.
Too.
Never
hey,
Yeah.
we go to the club, we go there to
like
drinks and get numbers, man. That's it.
True hip hop.
Drink and get numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all. And it's sad to
we went
say
to the
though,
mall
but
for
that's
that.
real talk. You just said it. You know what I mean? Y'all miss real
We
hip hop.
try. We try. You know, I hope at Independence Mall. It's a ghost town now.
I know. I saw it. I
Nobody goes there.
saw that.
Why don't they go there?
Yeah.
Why don't they go there? YNs. I'm telling you.
You know?
And them is
Yeah.
facts. Them is
But
facts.
it ain't even on yet. But I'm gonna be 100. See, I'm the type of cat, I'm gonna take accountability, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a little older than you. You dig? But at the same time, my guy, that shit was happening before you even came. You know what I
Oh,
mean? We was destroying all that area before you even came, my nigga.
great.
You know what I mean? So it ain't just on y'all. What we did wrong was we didn't correct y'all and teach y'all, you know what I mean, the bullshit that we was doing. It ain't cool. You did? We didn't do that. You know what I mean? And a lot of cats that was willing to do that was already locked up. I'm one of them.
All right, I'm,
You know what I mean? We wasn't out there to tell y'all, nah, that ain't the
all
shit.
right,
That ain't the
I'm,
shit. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I
give you
mean?
that.
So it ain't just on y'all. It's on us.
I'm gonna give you that.
It's on
I'm gonna give
us.
you that because we done talked about that. So
Because it's real.
it's definitely real.
It's real.
And I'm definitely gonna give you that. But here's the other thing. At some point in time, we have to talk about
Mhm.
the code. You know what I'm saying? Like there
Right.
is no code. None.
Who taught them no scrap? Who taught
Um
them? They wasn't taught
so
the code.
no, it's hard to say. I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump in. It's just that I feel
Jump in.
that I agree with Scrap, but I also agree with you in that yes, I feel the ball had been dropped. But I think that at the same time, it just come down to people, right? Like we really never had a way to handle
Right.
people who went against the code to the point to where niggas never went against the code. Because at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, niggas felt like,
Yeah.
oh, I could
Because
go
what
against code because, you know.
ain't no
but see
repercussions. Ain't no
but see here's the
consequences.
thing, right? Like homie, in our day, you know, if we got into it with somebody, I'm going to get that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm if I'm
Right.
gonna get somebody,
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
going to get him. He's the one that's gonna pay for whatever he did
Right.
to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if
Right.
I happen
Nobody
to
else.
catch
Nobody
you,
else.
if I happen to catch you when I'm like, yeah, I got him. and your mama's there, you got to pass. If I happen to catch you and your son or your daughter's
That part.
there, you got to pass, right? Because
That part.
I'm not after
That
your
part.
mama. I'm not after your daughter. I'm after you. And if I can't get you,
That's why I
I'm gonna give
said
you
the
a
only
pass.
thing's missing
These
now is the
YNs
morals. Ain't no
nowadays, they
morals.
ain't got no the moral
They
compass is
don't
No
gone.
care.
morals.
They don't care if it's you, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your
Kids.
baby. They will kill you and your baby while your baby's laying on your chest.
It's a ruthless America, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's ruthless.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
It's wild.
insane to
It's
us.
wild.
Yeah, it is.
It's
That is
ruthless.
that is.
So how do we change it? How do we
America, you
fix it?
can't fix
How do we fix it?
America.
But hold on.
I mean,
Can't
But
fix
hold
the
on.
America.
generation's
Is
set. Like,
is it hip hop's fault?
Hell no.
not solely. I mean,
Hell
you're not gonna
no.
blame it all
No,
on
it's
hip
not.
hop, but I'm gonna
Hell
say
no.
it plays a major factor. It's a major part of it.
It gets
I
used like
mean,
anything
all I'm
else.
hearing is like if I'm growing up and the main thing I'm listening to is about people fucking and killing, and I think they're cool, then I'm gonna sit there and think I'm like, oh, so to be cool, I gotta do this,
That's fact.
and that's pretty much
Right.
how the generation growing
That's
up, and
fucked
that's
up, but
what
that's true.
poisons their mind all the way from the age of 0 to 18, and all of a sudden,
It's a
they
man's
out there in the
psyche.
streets being cool, doing what they think is cool.
It's the psyche.
Right. That's real. Because we did the same thing. You know what I mean? We listened to Easy E, Ice T. You know what I mean? Them cats, you know what I mean? 6 in the morning, police at my door. You know what I mean? We grew up on that. You know what I mean? We grew up selling dope. That's what it was. You know what I mean? That's the
Dope
only
man,
option.
dope man.
You know what I mean? Every song was about selling dope.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
get it.
I mean,
I
I
get it.
get it, but at the same time, it's like uh everybody what did at the end
But
of
I
all our
chose to
songs.
listen to it though.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the key though. I chose to listen to it. You get the key? That's the
I
key.
get it.
I chose to listen to it. So I can't really blame nobody else but myself because I chose to
Yeah,
listen
So
to that.
but
I could have listened to anything else but that, but I chose
but
to
that's
listen
what
to
was
that.
that's
It
what
was
you
my
grew up on.
decision.
Like if I listen to hip hop music and
Exactly.
everybody that I know is listening to hip hop music and that's what they're playing around me,
But
yeah,
you
that's what
still
I'm gonna
still
listen
your
to.
decision. Ain't you but ain't you an
And that's
individual?
why, and then
But
you
if
can
you
listen
grew up
to
on
it.
stuff, that's what you're
You
going
an
to like.
individual.
That's
But,
gonna be your baseline. That's gonna be your foundation.
but you ain't got to
So
do nothing. You ain't
I mean,
got to
Real
rob
talk.
if I
nobody.
grew up listening to
Real
country
talk.
music, I promise you, I'd be a different.
Well, if you gonna be running
if
out here playing
you
the
if you
banjo,
grew up
It's
listening to
true.
country
I
music, I
mean,
bet
that's
you wouldn't be
real.
shooting no horses.
If,
exactly.
if country music was my
Right.
foundation, I wouldn't be the way I am. I'd be a different person. If I grew up listening to rap music, you're
You
gonna
be a
be this way. If you grew
CN.
up listening to R&B, you're gonna be this way. And I think, I mean,
It's
it plays a
influential.
part. I'm not gonna say it's like the whole thing. It's like everything,
Cause it's
everything's
not.
gonna like play a part in it. Where you grew up, what's around you, who's
Mhm.
influencing you, are your parents in your life? If your parents are in your life, are your grandparents in your life? If your grandparents are in your life, who are your uncles, who are your aunts? Are they taking care of you? Are they being a good influence on you? What school are you going to? Who are the kids that you're going to school with?
Yeah.
It's
And
like
sometimes
it's
that don't even matter. It come down to your own just decisions and how you process shit.
There you go.
You could grow up in the best everything in the fuck and still be a gone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, bro. You know what I mean? Because we all done grew up in
Yeah.
different type of circumstances. You know what I mean? We just seen different shit. Everybody got a story, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't no comparison game. You know what I mean? Everybody done been through their own struggle. Everybody got their own past. But we all are in control of our own decisions.
I feel
You
you.
dig? You know what I mean? We can whatever you want to listen to, that's on you. You know what I mean? You don't listen to garbage rap, do you? Or what you think is garbage? You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? So if we had the mind condition like, oh, this is violence and I don't want to be a part of that, we ain't gotta listen to it, but we choose to
Come
listen
on
to it
now.
because the shit's
Come on now,
lit. You know what I
Come
mean? It's
on
lit,
now,
so we just listen to it. You know what I mean? And we roll with it. You know? So it's up to us, man. You know, we gotta start. We just gotta really be
There you
accountable
go.
for our own
And that
actions, man.
shit
Stop blaming
ain't
everybody
nobody
else,
trying to do that.
man. Yeah, we just got to be accountable, man. Just us as a people, bro. And I'm just being 100. You know what I mean? I know that's the unpopular shit. You did, but we just got to really start being accountable for our own actions, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody forcing us to do this shit.
I mean,
You know what I mean? We doing this shit because we think it's cool.
you right too. I mean, to a certain extent, you right, but
No doubt. And I respect that. And I respect your
right,
opinion too, homie.
but I mean, my whole thing is it's hard to change somebody's mentality, especially as they getting older. Like, I know if I'm gonna talk to
It
you,
is.
you gonna be set on everything you've learned throughout your entire life. You set on your
That's not
okay.
true.
Let me not say you
But
like
that's
in
not true,
particular, but
Trey.
like most older people you talk to, they're gonna be set in their mindset. Like they're not gonna
Yeah.
really. The younger
I can
people
Right,
say
are
the
they
same
right.
thing
do
about
this to
young
like
people
change
though.
their mind,
Young people
change
don't
your
be trying to hear
opinion.
people for shit. I'm sorry. That's the truth.
You said
The thing
old or
is,
young?
and that's
She
the
Young
thing.
said
I
people
look at it
too.
young.
like
Young
we
people don't be
all
trying to hear
students until we
nobody.
die.
If
I
they
mean,
didn't, and that be half the
Yeah.
problem. And I
Hold on.
think old people do too. But that I think it's a
Now
person.
hold on. Now let me talk about him specifically. Right now,
Mhm.
you tell him something. How many times have you told me that if it didn't happen to where you knew about it, then you can't speak on it,
True. Facts.
Vashawn?
you talking to me?
Fact.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Well,
thought you was
I
talking to
was
me.
at first,
Okay.
but
Wait,
now I'm
say it
talking to him.
again. Say it again.
So during some of the debates that we've had, right,
Um,
and than just 100, most of our debates is about sports, right?
right.
So it's like we will debate generations. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he rocks with more of a younger generation, and I give credence
Mhm.
to a lot of the older generation while you know uh, being observant of the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it. So I think all of us have experienced this. It's like so in trying to relate this to music, right? Like if you hear a song that's your favorite song, and then somebody tells you that that's a remake, right? When you young, you don't know that this song has been made before because you haven't heard the remake. All you know is the song. Like you
Okay.
couldn't. I had no idea that all I do is think of you was done before I heard it. I did not know that there was a
Right.
song before it. I did not know it had been made before. All I knew, Troop made. All I do is think of you, and can't nobody tell me that it was a version before that.
That's the original
To me,
version.
that's the original version. Troop made the original version
But
of
you
All I
know,
Do Is Think of You.
but
I
listen,
mean, if I don't know
Right.
about it, then I don't know about it. Like
Yeah,
exactly.
somebody
but
But
gotta
that's
then
tell me
not
about
your
it for me to
fault.
know
but
about
then
it.
if somebody tell you, you
Right.
know what I'm saying, that it was a whole nother group that made that song before that, and you
Was it
still
better?
don't believe it, you's a dumbass.
But listen, but I got
Was
you,
it
Trey.
better?
But I got you,
Was
Trey.
it better though?
But I got you, Trey. Don't worry. Don't worry, Trey. I got you.
Uh oh.
It works the same way because there are a bunch of
Yep.
things under the sun that are completely the same. And yes, as you're born into this shit,
Man, most
some
of it.
shit you just didn't know because you already knew. But it'd be the same thing. It'd be new things that come across like technology and all the things that even our generation really don't even want to get into. And we try to act like we know about it. We don't know shit about it that y'all know more about. You know what I mean? It
Mhm.
really is, I feel, in terms of where you are and your growth, like as a person, you know?
Okay.
That part.
It's just like at the end of the day, it ain't got
I
nothing to do with
agree.
being young or old. If you're not able to, number one, take accountable, number two, be humble, and number three, be willing to
Mhm.
try, that is where everybody always fucks up. I swear, young, old. People don't be humble enough
Mhm.
to listen to other people's perspective.
That
And
part.
because maybe,
That
just
part.
maybe, they know more than you. And it's not just young or old. Maybe
Right.
they have just seen it, but it's hard to, because you've never been there before, trust that perspective because you don't want to make a mistake. And
Right.
I get it. I
Right.
get it. Don't
Right.
want to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Hey,
I just think we
I'm gonna
all
keep it a book
students.
with
We're all students until they bury us.
Until
We're
we
all
dead.
students.
Look,
We,
come on.
we all
You know,
learning.
The
Yeah,
wine
you
drinkers.
did.
The wine drinkers.
You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm just shout
Yes.
out. You know what I mean? It's all about, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You have to understand that we are all students. Nobody knows it all. You know what I
Period.
mean? I don't know it all. I might have been here longer than you, but I don't know it all. Young homie, you might know some shit that I don't have no idea. You
Look,
dig? I can learn from
we
you.
could have closed the
Iron
gap.
sharp as iron.
Look, and I
Iron
got
sharp
this
as iron.
closed. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, now I'm gonna
Iron
tell you
sharp as
that
iron.
I heard KRS say one
Mhm.
time it's like like each each generation needs to learn from the younger generation needs to learn from the older generation, and the older generation needs to learn
And that's where
from the
the
younger
gap.
generation,
From
because
them.
if if
Right.
if
Gotta
if
come
the
in.
older generation, this is how I put it, and it made so much sense to me, you know what I'm saying? If the older generation listens to the younger generation, they coming in with a whole bunch of new knowledge that we don't know about, you know. And so we need to listen to
Fresh
them
insight.
because it's fresh information,
Fresh.
and then we can be smarter within our generation, right?
Yeah.
But then they gotta listen to us because there's so much stuff that happened before they got here. And so if they listen to the older generation, and we got a lot of older knowledge, then they can rotate a whole lot better in their circles, you know, and
You need
everybody
history.
comes out
You
better.
need history. Period. It's
You
not
need
one. You can't
history.
have one without the other.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Have
We
one.
need the new
It's
information and they
history.
need the old information.
That's period. But I think it boils down to respect. We
Each
gotta have
other.
respect for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I respect you, you dig, you gotta be able to respect me, and it's
Yeah.
mutual. You dig? It gotta be both ways. You know what I mean? I don't expect you to respect me just because I'm older
Facts.
than you. You know what I mean? I have to earn your respect just
And
like you
people
gotta
don't be
earn my
wanting to earn
respect.
respect. That's the
You
problem.
know what I'm
That's the
saying?
problem with this generation. No, I'm just
Yeah.
playing. Let me stop. I'm just playing with
Hey,
you.
so
I'm playing with
so
you,
so
Trey.
I'm
I'm
gonna
playing.
keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I can't just put that on this generation because, and the homie can attest to
Right.
it. If
You
I
own
did
It's
it.
on
not,
us.
Be rude too. No,
Everybody.
just play.
if I did not respect you, me personally, if I did not respect you, fuck you. I will beat you up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm not gonna listen to nothing
I'm
you
not gonna
say.
listen to nothing you
You could tell
say.
me how to make $1 million in 20 minutes, and I'm not gonna
I'm not
listen
gonna
to it because I don't
I'm
respect
not
you.
gonna listen to you.
And
You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
that's the problem with this generation. They don't know that. They think we just be wanting to listen to them for fun. No, we respect you,
Nah.
niggas. Take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No
We
doubt,
gotta
because we
kiss your
been there.
ass,
We been there.
but we respect you.
Yeah, nah, we don't do that.
But keep this in mind too. There's a difference between
Yeah.
being disrespectful and not being respectful.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
True.
cannot show respect, and that does not necessarily mean that you're being disrespectful. I just don't
I
feel like
agree
you've
with
gotten
Facts.
to a point to where I owe you respect yet.
yeah,
Facts.
But that don't mean I gotta call you a bitch.
right.
You know, that's disrespectful.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know,
Exactly. That's
that's
uncalled
uncalled
for.
for. You know, I can just not show you respect. You go your way, I go mine, and everything is everything. But now it's
Mm-hmm.
bitch. Oh.
But if you wanna, if you trying to learn, if you trying to elevate, you know what I mean, you have to be able to have that
You have
respect
to.
value. It gotta be in the picture some type of way. It ain't gonna work without it. Wasting each other's time. And that's where the gap
That's
come
where the
from.
gap.
You know what I mean? Where you know, I mean, all these young niggas, these old niggas don't know. You know, that's where all
Yep.
that come
Yeah,
from because it ain't no respect.
the
Yeah.
respect gotta go on both sides. That's for sure. I mean, I think I really feel I
Because we
really
don't
feel
know it all. I
right,
don't know
and
it
I
all.
really feel that it's just like maybe the younger generation don't know we respect them, and I don't know how to. I think that's the other part too. Maybe they need to tell us
Yep.
more how they can feel respected because I I feel like there's a very strong like there's a line between respect and then ass kissing. Like, okay, we don't need
That
to be
part.
ass
It's
kissing.
a long line.
Like we can respect each other and just,
Nah,
you
for
know,
what?
and I guess I
Yeah.
want that for myself in terms of the next generation because I
I think we all
yeah,
do.
and I get it. I think that the previous generations or whoever it is that comes after, maybe they look at the prior generation and they're like, oh my fucking God, you know, because I just think about it like when I grew up, the people that were extremely successful and things like that, like we're talking like Beyonce and Usher and all that. And so like I could see, you know, there being a place where it's like, I don't need to kiss your ass anymore. Like I, you know, like if I become a
Right.
peer or whatever.
Right.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but again, I just want to
Yep.
understand, how does the younger generation see that we respect you guys? That we see, like, we want to hear your perspective, but we also want to feel like we can tell you how we feel and it's not a problem.
I feel like it's more the other way
You know
around,
what?
though.
I'm gonna be honest. What?
No,
I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna
What was you
say I
saying?
feel like it's more the other way around. I feel like that the younger generations respect the older generations more than the other way around. Than the older generations respect younger generations, just because
I'm gonna have to
they'll
agree
look at
with you.
them, they'll look at them like you young, you ain't been what
That's
I've
what I was
been
gonna
through,
say.
Yeah.
so there's no way you could possibly know more than me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And when like
But isn't that
when
Yeah.
the
I'm,
truth? Isn't that the truth?
is it?
Okay.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
A
And
little
no,
and
bit.
like
and
I said,
and
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I respect
I'll
my
be
elders.
quiet.
Like if you got some knowledge that you're trying to instill on me, then please, I'm gonna listen to you until I feel like you on some bull, and I'm gonna just be like,
Okay.
you
And
don't know
that's
what you're talking
fair.
about for real.
That's fair.
But I feel like I'll
so
be sitting here
regard.
I'm
trying to
explain why I
educate
said
someone
that
older than
too.
me, and they'll
Okay.
be looking at me like, yeah, whatever, you young, you don't know what you're talking about, so get up on my face with that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and
Right.
I'm
Right.
sitting there
You at
like,
least want to be
bro,
heard. I get that.
like I'm trying to
You
help
want to know?
you, help me,
Right.
help
Trey.
you, and you don't want like.
Yeah.
I how it. Trey. How are you presenting it to them though? Because everything is about approach.
I never
Know
come
what I
at
mean?
nobody
Everything is
sideways.
about
I'll
approach.
never come at you sideways. If I feel like there's something you could be doing better, or if I feel like
That
there's
comes
something
from
you could be doing
experience.
differently, maybe not better, but like a more efficient way of getting something done.
That comes from experience too. You may not know how to approach something at first.
I mean, yeah, but
So
if
I
I'm not
will
coming at
say
you
this.
sideways, then I mean, you should be able to listen to somebody who's trying to come at you in a respectful manner, no matter what they're trying to say.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that, especially if you're mature.
I
Because
gotta agree with him.
everything is about
I
approach.
gotta agree with him because it's like uh and I can admit that I'm guilty of this. It's like y'all, because it's times that y'all are some dumbasses, and it's like if you just okay. So what the wine guy said is true in the fact that there are times to where it's like it is true that yes, some of us, emphasis on some of us who have not just information but knowledge and wisdom, you know, to pass on, you know, we do know more than you in certain areas, you know, in certain areas we
True.
have knowledge
True.
that we can give to you. And so if we talking about uh if we're talking about the 80s, you don't know a damn thing about the 80s. You know what you've seen on YouTube. We lived it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
okay.
if you want to talk about esports, you know, then that's the realm that we have to listen to you. So it just depends on kind of what it is and what's being talked about
Yes, for
But
sure.
here's what's real though, because I know you and I argue about sports a lot, right?
a lot because you're a
So
dumbass.
you see,
Okay, see,
what I mean,
disrespect.
what I mean.
Play.
So
It's a play.
if we talking about something that happened in the '70s, and you sitting here trying to lie to me, be like, I lived through it. I, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna call you a liar because wasn't no
Nah,
way
he
you
ain't
was
saying
watching
that's what I did. That
wasn't
ain't
no
that.
way you was watching
This is not
every
facts.
single
Niggas
game in the
old. You
'70s.
ain't that old,
You
nigga.
wasn't watching every single game in the '80s because you know what? Every single game in the '70s and '80s wasn't even on TV. But you
Mm.
know what? Every game now gonna be on TV.
Oh, yeah,
Every game back then, even if it wasn't recorded, the games that were recorded, you can watch them today now. And we know how to navigate different
He
sources,
got you on that one,
dig
Sprout.
deep through the internet, dig deep through the archives, and find the game where Jordan dropped 42 against the Indiana Pacers
Oh,
on January 4th,
yeah.
89. I can find that game. I can go on and I'm gonna find that game.
See, I'm a
You know what I'm saying?
girl, and so I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
We know. We know.
Please
Okay,
don't let me
I'm
have
just
to
saying,
deal
there's
with
some
this because
things
I don't
that
know what's going on.
there's some things that happened back then that young
They
people can
went to
have more
sports. They
knowledge
went
because
to
you
Girl.
sports.
actually were living through that era. Because just because you was living through that era doesn't mean you was really locked in like I'm really locked in right now on everything that's happening historically and currently.
okay, but that's what I'm saying.
I think we
Everything that
we
you
we
locked
all
in
just have
on
different
right
perceptions.
now because you're living in it right now
Right.
is the stuff that we talking about that we lived back then. Like I can tell you about how uh I can tell you about riots that happened in Kansas City, Missouri in 1992. You know, I can tell you about that. I'm standing right there. You know, I can tell you about them. You know, so just like I can tell you about uh when I saw Jordan do all this on Craig Elo, you know, I can tell you about that. I watched that game as it was happening, you know, just like you've watched games nowadays of uh whomever.
You see whoever like
Bet. Uh so uh okay, let me think about that.
Yeah,
hold
y'all
on.
went
Do you
left,
think it has a
man.
lot to do with nostalgia? Like,
what you mean
do
nostalgia?
you think that
Yeah, he got to
like
talk
a
about
lot of the things,
Jordan.
not even like not just sports, but like even like events that happen, like you were talking about a riot. It's the nostalgia of, oh my gosh, that was such a big deal that you undermine the things that happen today. That when I tell you that this is like what happened way back then, and you said, no, it wasn't, that was way bigger than this. And I'm telling you, look at the facts, look at the data, it's the same. But you still stuck on the fact that the nostalgia of what happened then makes it seem like it was greater than what's going on today.
Mm,
But it
that's a hell of
but
a way to
isn't
look at
that what
that.
happens in every generation?
That's a hell
I
of a
mean,
way.
like you could look at it like, okay, we could talk about sports, and that's what it is. You could talk about music, and that's what it is. You know, like okay, uh, like there was debates. There have been debates over the years about uh, uh music groups. You either liked Boys to Men or you liked Jodeci. You either liked John Legend or you liked Music Soul Child. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, but here's what I know. And here's what I, you know, can speculate. I don't think Music Soul Child got a wine, you know. John Legend do. So
And that's the things we base it off of. Like,
I knew
that's
you was gonna do that. I
like,
knew that
how are
was
we gonna
coming.
base it off of that? Like, that's
no,
something
I'm
that,
just saying.
like, they'll, no,
What
but for real though, like,
I knew that was coming.
I'll argue with somebody and they'll tell me that this player ain't greater than this player because that player ain't got a shoe at name after him. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, are you crazy? That's gonna be
okay,
your argument?
that's dumbassery. Uh
That don't make
so
sense to me.
It's a matter
that
of
don't make sense.
perspective. It's a matter of perspective,
It
honestly.
is.
And that's
It is.
why, Scrap, you should have went and got the food, like I said. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done getting on you about that. I'm just saying
Uh
because
oh.
John Legend does
Uh
have a
oh.
wine.
Told you.
Listen here. Listen here. This is for wifey. Okay. You know, this thing
Okay.
is actually really sweet. And we
Okay.
got this from Total Wine, which is over here in Overland Park. I
Okay.
represent.
Okay. That's
Okay,
where I'm
cool, cool,
at.
cool, cool. So I represent different wine brands, but John Legend is one of the brands that I represent,
Okay.
and he has some amazing wines. And they're
Okay.
actually going to be discontinuing some of his wines at Total Wine, but you can get them through me, and you would be supporting. Black
Okay.
business in the wine goddess. And so yeah, but I got
That's
tons. We
what's
got
up.
Which is why I had to
rose.
go ahead and pick up mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Got to support black business.
Right. I see you got your bottle
exactly. We
too.
got this is
Yeah.
Chardonnay. So this is 2022. All the bottles.
Okay. Trey, we gotta get our bottles,
That's
dog.
all
We
you
gotta get
want.
our
I don't
bottles,
drink.
Trey.
That's all you. I don't drink.
Yo, Drake.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. And
All
and
right, I'll run
and
with it.
if you ever decide, you're only gonna drink good quality. You're not gonna just be out here
No,
drinking. You're gonna drink good things.
reason why I don't drink is because of my experience.
Well, see,
And
and
Okay.
that's it,
I've
right?
done
Okay.
it, and I
Got
did
you.
it, and I was like,
Okay.
yeah, that wasn't
That's
very
it.
nice
This
of
is a
my
good
life. So,
smooth.
you know,
This is a good
I
smooth.
sip a
All
lot.
right.
This what I
That's
Yes,
smart.
very smart.
That's
Very
smart.
smart.
Hey, so let's get into shout outs and shameless plugs. Wine Guidance, go ahead and finish your shout outs. Talk about your show and let us know like what's going on and the days that your show is on.
Yes, yes. So every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central on like YouTube, Instagram, at the Wines and Chocolate Show. If you go there, we are live and we typically review like a wine and sometimes a chocolate, sometimes it's food. Last week we did Gates Barbecue, fire, with some
Ooh,
Cabernet Sauvignon.
okay, that's sauce. That's
Yes, yes.
sauce.
But I'm a gay sauce girl. You know what I'm saying? I like Jack Stack
Okay.
barbecue, but I'm a gay sauce girl. So saying all that to say why I keep telling Mr. Scrap, the film guru, why he need to go get food is because that's really a key component to your experience. I was much like wifey where I only
Okay.
liked sweet wine and things like that, but I started to
Right.
try different things and open my mind, and
Okay.
with that tried it with different food, and that's how I started to learn how to appreciate dry wine, red wine.
Okay.
Sweet wine has a place, right? And that's why I love all wine.
Yeah.
There's wine for any occasion, anything. You can pair wine with music, cigars,
Yeah.
food,
That
we
part.
all the things. Okay. And
Yeah.
so
Okay.
John Legend has a brand, and it really is amazing, especially if you want to, support Black wineries. It's important,
Okay.
for that. And with
Okay.
our company, we do discounts and free wine tastings, and it's all fun. So just go visit the Wines and Chocolate Show on Instagram. You can hit me up. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess on Instagram, or again, Jasmine Johnson on Facebook. All the things. I'll make sure Scrap has all my links. But yeah, support Black business,
Okay.
y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
No doubt. That's what we doing.
All
That's
right,
what we
Trey
on.
Boogie, what you got going on, man? Give everybody that did you start your Twitch channel? Like, are you playing? Are you doing esports online right now? Let's know what's going on.
So right now we got a little Madden League going on. We just started the playoffs. We just advanced to the playoffs today. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be playing the playoff game sometime between probably like 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be doing a lot of streaming Twitch. Me and my homies were streaming earlier. We was doing some MLB the Show content. We was doing because they had an event going on in the game, so we was doing that. We stream 2K. We got podcast called Outside the Lines. We we
Time
call
out.
it podcast.
Time
Look,
out.
go ahead, go ahead,
Time out.
go ahead.
Yo, it's called Outside the Lines.
Outside the Lines podcast. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Why?
Why
Why?
outside the lines?
Why?
Because we get a little crazy on there sometimes. Sometimes it's not gonna be perfect like professionalism. Sometimes we get a little,
I love that name.
outside the lines.
I love it.
Yeah, cause
I
you
We
love
get
heard
a
it
it.
on
little crazy
ESPN.
with our
That's
takes
awesome.
sometimes. Sometimes somebody
You
say like,
you heard Outside the Lines on
Yeah, you
ESPN.
outside the lines as fuck.
"Hey, it's just a title we came up with." If I'm being honest, it took us a minute to come up with a title.
I like it.
Took us a minute because
Hold on,
everything
Trey.
was
Trey, do you mean to tell me you've
Okay.
never heard Outside the Lines on ESPN?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
I've never heard of Outside the Lines on.
Mm.
It's on ESPN.
Okay, that's why I'm
But
saying
okay,
it.
Okay,
who does,
see, we gotta
who does
start. We gotta
Outside
look
the
stuff up first.
Yeah,
who does
there's a
Outside the Lines on
We gotta
ESPN
look stuff up
there's
first.
a whole show called Outside the Lines on
right now?
ESPN.
So if I type this mug in, hold on.
I'm crying.
Outside the Lines on
You talking
ESPN.
about the Stephen A. show?
It's definitely not Stephen A. show.
That where he started though. I know what he talking about. He might be wording it wrong.
Who?
You
Okay,
outside
it's
the lines.
called Outside the Lines.
That's
Damn.
100% accurate, huh?
Well,
Called Outside the Lines. It's been
well,
on for
Who
28
hosted?
seasons.
damn.
I'm looking.
Well,
That's what
let's
she's.
see.
Hold
This
on.
just be one of the things where we gotta humble ourselves. We gotta think about it. We gotta go back to the drawing board. It's okay.
I have
Exactly.
to go back to the drawing board because
Exactly.
That's okay though. It's not that big. It's not the end of the
That's
world.
Yeah.
hey,
And
Yeah.
that's
and
all
that
of it's
I
not.
want to tell the
we had a
young
logo made
generation.
and everything. That's tough.
It's not the end of the world. I promise. I promise
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world. Whatever it is that you're doing, okay. If it doesn't work out,
And
it's
that's
not
the only reason
the
That's
I'm telling you.
end.
support.
And
I
so
like
It's
the
an
that.
only
That's
reason I'm
actual
support.
saying
show. It's not even
That's
like they
support.
talking about like it's not even like a podcast. It's like an act. Okay, so we can be the podcast though. OTL Pod, right? That's not copyright. Is that copyright?
Is it a
It's
it's
not
not
a
a
podcast.
podcast?
No, it's not even a talk show. It's just like an actual show where they have people come on, it's like docu.
But
Right. On
but it's
ESPN. Yeah,
still
yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
a show.
Okay.
That's the
rename the
problem.
show because
It's
if
still
you
a
think
show
Yeah.
that's
ESPN does
copyrighted
not have the rights to that name,
And
you're
and
crazy.
be original.
because
Right.
you're gonna be
Right. You
promoting
want to
it,
be
and they're
original.
gonna be like, "Oh, that's the old show." No, it's not.
And they call it OTO
We've been to snatch their money.
Right.
or OTL. They call it OTL.
Right.
But
That part.
it's okay. Come, Trey.
Is
Okay.
Come.
fine.
It's
Oh,
Okay.
we gonna
okay.
have to tell the boys that we gonna have to scrap that one.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Right. It's all right. We gonna come up with something better. Y'all's
Well,
on the
it's
right
gonna be
track.
something better.
Y'all's on the right
so
track.
like if we ain't posting
You
crazy yet. We
remember
only
what it
got like 2 or
was.
3 videos out right now.
Good.
And that's
Let's
But
good.
lift things up first.
So
Okay.
That's what
take
we
you
this
gotta
know,
do
old
first.
ass knowledge I just gave you and
Right.
apply it.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Uh,
that generational gap, that knowledge, that
Listen,
love,
and we
support.
only do it because we love you,
Yeah.
not because we hate,
all
not
right.
because we
I
want
feel
you
it.
to
I feel it.
succeed.
No
I feel it.
doubt.
I feel it. I feel it.
Cause if I ain't
No,
like
no,
you, I'll
I
let you get
swear,
100.
Real
like y'all gonna
talk.
call me
Hey,
crazy. I swear, we were doing research on names, seeing like, oh, is this copywritten? Is this copywritten? We looked up OTO and that didn't come up.
It
We
happens.
looked up
It
outside the line.
happens.
We looked up OTO and we
Okay.
never saw it. So
But see, you got
you know, we gonna figure it out.
you got a wealth of knowledge here where you would have never thought to look. You got a resource, you know what I'm saying? And that's all. I just look at it like a resource. Maybe it's an annoyance because he don't listen to directions. But he has a wealth of knowledge.
True.
Tight.
Facts.
But yeah, I mean, we got a podcast, kind of
Mhm.
a
It's
podcast.
a
We're trying
balance,
to make
man.
it.
It's a
We're trying
balance.
to get it, you know, up there. But trying to get
Right.
college boys and then dudes at work to have their schedules match up. It's tough. So the only time we're really able to like really get content now is during the summer. And during the summer it's only baseball and they don't know much about baseball, so we're not really putting out content like that. So
Okay.
I mean we're trying to like get it up there.
Y'all got plenty of time. Try all you need.
Just stay
Just
stay
be
grinding,
grinding.
respectful
man.
Let
in the
me
mix.
know what the
And you'll
Stay
be fine.
let
grinding.
me know what the new show is called, and I definitely put it out there. I can get you back on the show. You can promote it.
For sure.
Buzz, what you got going on, homie?
Man, I'm just loving life, my guy. Loving life. Thanking God every day
Yes,
for
sir.
another one. Another shot at it, my guy.
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean? I'm working on my clothing line again, man. My story clothing wear. You know, so I'm gonna try to do something as far as expression. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna keep it positive, keep it edgy, you know, keep it hood.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Uh,
Yes. Yep. I'm good on my end, bro. I'm just blessed to see you, and it's good to see you and talk to you and converse with you, my guy. And beautiful people that's on the
yeah,
post. You know what I mean? It's cool.
dig that. I'm gonna get over there and get with you. Like soon. We probably gonna slide out Friday. But and
Okay, cause I'm
okay,
leaving
bet, yeah,
Saturday.
we gotta do that then. Uh,
Okay,
so yeah, everybody know, I'm scrappy film guru for a reason, and I gotta apologize to the wine goddess
bro.
because I was supposed to listen, but Bugs know I ain't listened my whole life. I,
That part
I ain't listened.
at all,
I ain't listened
at
my whole
all.
life. But now the other
Right.
thing I gotta apologize for is because I really did want to shoot that film. That was gonna be dope. Uh, and so it's yeah, but
More
there
time,
are
more
more
more in the
projects.
future.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a short and a feature on
Yes.
the way, and I'll rap to you about that in the future if you're interested.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so I got a short film, feature film, and like I opened the show talking about Black Wall Street in June. I'm going back
I wanted
down.
to
I
tell
saw the
you,
shirt.
my
Hmm.
family is from Oklahoma, and actually, my great grandfather walked on the Trail of Tears with the Native Americans. So,
Yeah,
Mine too.
I had a great
Wow.
auntie that did the same
Mine
thing.
too.
So
Yeah.
yep.
yeah,
Okamoki,
hold on,
Oklahoma.
where?
I think it's Oskegi or some crap.
Okamoki.
I can't even say
Okamoki.
some shit. Yes, like
Oskigi.
that.
Muskogee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Muskogee. Uh,
Muskogee.
Yep.
There it is.
So yeah, I got people in all of them, Muskogee, Tulsa, Claremore, Oklahoma
Yeah.
City.
Tulsa too.
My family is all down in there, and I learned a lot. Like I said, I'm gonna do a whole thing about it. It's gonna be pre-recorded, but yeah, it was a dope experience, and I talked to and got knowledge from a lot of uh, wise people.
Right.
Uh, but I appreciate every single one of y'all for being on the pod tonight. Thank you for coming
No
on the
doubt.
show. Uh,
Thank you for
listen,
having us.
if this was your first time tuning in, Notoriously Opinionated, welcome. If you have been a great follower of the show for the last 4 years, welcome back. I appreciate you every single week. Tune in next week. Notoriously Opinionated, same notorious time, same notorious station. And until then, peace. We are out.